Okay, this is part 2. You have to watch part 1 to know what's going on, and I'm holding a digital camera up in front of me, so don't expect this to be the best quality in the world, you know? Give me a break. So that's what happened. I bought Dark Horse. Instead of buying the CD that had animals, I thought, I'll buy Dark Horse, because it was their latest. And I listened to it, and I listened to it, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is not Nickelback, you know, something in your mouth and burnt to the ground, and that's not Nickel, and next go around and sex and all that. That's not Nickelback that I know from the 98.7. So it was pretty cool. I don't drive. I used to drive. I stopped driving a long time ago. Not just because I didn't have any money, but I stopped driving. I don't like to drive, and I walk everywhere. I have killer legs as a result, but even heavy, even when I'm heavy, I walk everywhere, and I listen to MP3 player, CD player, as the case may be, whatever. You know, when I bought the CD player to listen to Dark Horse, but I was going crazy with these songs. And then I started listening to them, and I'm like, that's weird, you know, the hottie with the $1 million body dancing around, you know, because that's what I used to do. I did it on Earth Cam, I did it at Axis and Man Ray and in Boston a long time ago. And no, I'm not some 20-year-old thing that you know, but so what? Neither was Marianne, Chad's fiance for over 5 years that he just dumped just like that. She was a regular person. She wasn't famous. She wasn't a celebrity. Neither is, that I know of, the girl he's with now. But in any case, it wasn't so delusional of me to think that Chad Kroeger liked me, but when those seeds were planted in my mind, I didn't just decide this one day. So I got Dark Horse, and I'd always liked and related to Saving Me, you know, his song Saving Me, because I know what that means. I know what he's saying, you know, is my life worth it, you know? Does it matter if I'm here or matter if I exist, you know? So I bought Dark Horse, and I thought, wow, you know, I didn't even know what Chad Kroeger looked like. I mean, I used to listen to his songs. He could have been 500 pounds for all I know. I just loved the lyrics and loved the music, and songs like, you know, made me happy. I think I briefly saw what he looked like because when Into the Night played at my gym that I go to, it sounded like Nickelback, but I couldn't find it on Nickelback on YouTube. And like I said, I don't usually go to YouTube. And before I bought CDs, I hadn't heard any of Nickelback songs except what played on 98.7. But I loved Into the Night. I could barely hear it when I was doing stomach crunches at the gym. And eventually I asked that was my boyfriend, then he's my ex now, I said, do you know who sings this? And he found it for me, Santana and Chad Kroeger. I said to him, who the hell is Chad Kroeger? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, I think that's the lead singer of Nickelback. I'm like, oh, okay. So this was, you know, quite a while ago, I forget when it was, a couple years ago, whatever, maybe more. And I looked in, and I watched Into the Night, and I'm like, oh, the lead singer of Nickelback's kind of cute. Not really my type, because he's blonde, blue-eyed, and I'm blonde, blue-eyed, you know, so I go for dark hair, dark eyes. But in any case, I thought he was kind of cute and never really thought about him again after that. But once this happened with Dark Horse and whatever, I wrote to a Chad Kroeger on K-R, because that's what I thought Chad Kroeger's last name was, K-R-U-E, because people get it wrong sometimes. I found out later, when I got blocked from that, but I found out later that that wasn't him. He wasn't from this town. It wasn't him. So I was sending letters to whatever this person was, so I never even sent any letters until I started sending them to Nickelback's MySpace, which I found this all out. But wrote him an innocent letter, said, you know, your songs on Dark Horse are beautiful. I can kind of relate to them. It's kind of weird. But I didn't think anything of it. Why would I? You know? At that time, I wasn't even thinking of the possibility of Alicia's world. You know, that was a long time ago. So I wrote him some innocent letters, I think, but it didn't even go to him. It went to Chad Kroeger instead, and then I got blocked. I didn't know why I was blocked, or I couldn't send stuff anymore. I don't know if I was, whatever happened, I don't know. But so I started writing to Nickelback itself letters, but before that, recently, after I bought Dark Horse, I went to